On my dad's side of the family, we have a relative who is an amputee, and he's missing his arm from his elbow down. And one time we helped him move into his new house, and we took a break for lunch, and he said, "Everybody take hands for prayer." And I was sitting next to it, and I thought, no big deal, until he wiggled it at me.
Yes.
There's only two things you can do when a man wiggles his nub at you. You can cup it, or you can grasp it. Neither's pleasant. Far worse than my set tonight. It is awful. I fucking cupped it. White people are weird. Pretty bad. And I have a really weird white friend. He's one of the funniest fuckers I've ever met in my entire life. But he's weird as shit, and it's awesome. But I made the mistake of inviting him to church one time. And it just happened to fall on like a day where we were doing a remembrance of 9/11. So we all were sitting around, you know, talking about where we were on 9/11, what we did on 9/11. You know, all the Alan Jackson bullshit where he benefited off of 9/11, which, who did? I didn't benefit off 9/11. Did anybody? I didn't benefit off of Biggie. I didn't benefit. Tupac's even benefiting off of Tupac's death, and I haven't got shit. Back to the story, because that wasn't good. It comes to my friend, and he says, and this is honestly what he fucking said. On 9/11, I ripped off my shirt, and I took a machete, and I ran it across my chest. And I screamed at the sky. Word for word, exactly what he fucking said. That's from Predator. That's what the Native American guy did on Predator. When he had had enough of his guff. Speaking of 9/11, I found out what Taylor Swift was the other day. Oh. I don't care. There's only one person that's allowed to cover Tom Petty, and that's Tom Petty. And he doesn't like covering Tom Petty. I haven't been that pissed since I found out Lady Gaga wasn't some type of bird. Or a plant, which I thought it would be fucking cool if she was a bird plant. Like flying and potting and flying and potting. Drop seeds from the sky, would grow plants, we sell them in restaurants. Let's go eat out Lady Gaga. This isn't even a joke. I went to a strip club about 3 weeks back for a bachelor party. And I'm not going to name the place because I don't want to get anybody arrested. Two incidences happened to me. The first one, a drunk-ass stripper leaned over me and said, "It's really hot in here. And my nipples aren't hard. And they look like pepperonis." And so I leaned forward and I said, "I fucking love pepperonis." The second stripper to ruin my night comes up and stands in front of me, and this is about to get graphic, so take your kids outside. She took her finger and ran it up her tight sliz and rubbed it across my fucking mustache.
Yes.
So what did I do? The exact same fucking thing. And I'm the one that goes to jail. Underneath this mustache is chlamydia, gonorrhea, and syphilis. And I go to jail. Soulless succubus of a whore. I'm an honorary black man, which is pretty fucking sweet. Yeah, I'm sorry black people, congratulations white people. I'm an honorary black person. Sorry Ben and your black friend that came tonight. Anybody have any really good black friends when Michael Jackson died? Because that shit sucked. It was awful. Like, no one should be forced to watch The Wiz twice in one day. With my prostate, I don't even whiz twice a day. And I'm only 26. But that's not the worst of it. Michael Jackson made a movie in the 1980s called Moonwalker. Has anybody seen that shit? For those that haven't, I'm going to describe it as how I saw it. The first hour is an introspective nightmare into Michael Jackson's mind, which involve a claymation dog chasing him on a motorcycle, a tunnel with chattering teeth and his dad beating him with a belt, and the California Raisins, which I'm pretty sure are racist, so let's call them the California Racists. All this shit goes on for an hour, and then it switches into an actual movie, where Joe Pesci shows up with sunglasses and a ponytail, and abducts children like he does, and gets them addicted to drugs. So who shows up to save the day? Michael Jackson. He turns into a robot. And then he turns into a spaceship. And he saves the day. So the kids run away, they get away from Joe Pesci, he goes and files as a sex offender like he was supposed to. And the kids run and they wait in a dark alley. Just let me tell you something, kids. Wait in a dark alley long enough and Michael Jackson's going to show up. Because he did. And that's Moonwalker. As an honorary black man, I've studied a little bit about our language, Ben and your black friend. And we use a lot of double negatives, but I thought, fuck that. Let's use triple negatives. Let's get real with it. I don't want no non-fat milk. That's the end of that joke. I wish you could get a surgery done that actually lowers your ears on your head, so I could walk up and say, what'd you do, get a haircut? You guys remember Terry Schiavo? Like the comatose lady and the life plug and all that bullshit? Well, here's a couple of jokes about her. Do you think it's ironic that Terry Schiavo was allergic to vegetables? Too soon, it was 9 fucking years ago! Jesus Christ, is the Hindenburg too soon? I heard she just wasn't allergic, I heard she hated him. Which I thought, isn't that just being self-loathing? Sometimes when I'm standing in the line at Walmart, and it's a really long line, I like to yell out, hey, can you hurry up? Some of us left our baby in the car. I want to get really good at comedy. Really good at comedy. Why do people laugh every time I say the first parts of that joke? I want to get really good at comedy so people can say, man, Zach Smith got his act together. The setup is funnier than the punchline. That's fucked. That's fucked. Doesn't that suck when you're homeless and you get that one shopping cart with the bum wheel and all of your life possessions come spilling out all comically while Yakety Sax plays in the background? It's a Benny Hill reference for you kids under the age of 22.